Welcome to the Remedy 1 channel. Coronavirus vs. your immunity. With the increasing number of cases dying due to coronavirus, that has been confirmed in the different parts of the world. The virus is commonly passed on, directly, through contact with an infected person's body fluids, for example, droplets from coughing or sneezing, or indirectly, through contact with surfaces that an infected person has coughed or sneezed on. Current information suggests that the virus may survive a few hours, or even days, depending on the type of surfaces. Simple household disinfectants can kill it. The World Health Organization, WHO, advises that standard recommendations to reduce exposure to and transmission of a range of illnesses are maintained. These include proper hand hygiene, cough/cold hygiene practices, safe food practices, avoiding close contact, when possible, with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness such as coughing and sneezing. The focus remains on treatment, for those affected, as well as prevention of the deadly virus is paramount. Coronaviruses needs a host, animal or human, to grow in. There is an immediate need to take precautions, where the key is to focus on building one's immunity as well as overall health. Learn how you can use your body's natural defense mechanism, immunity, to prevent the deadly coronavirus infection and other such illnesses. Eating right is a great start, and there are other things you can do to protect you and your family from the flu, cold, and other illnesses. Symptoms of coronavirus: a runny nose accompanied by fever, cough, headaches, sore throat, breathing issues, inflammation in the lungs, but not to be confused with pneumonia. This virus has an incubation period of 4 days. So if you have any of these symptoms persisting for more than 6-7 days, consult a medical practitioner. The faster you boost your immunity, the better for you. Basic hand hygiene like washing hands with soap and water, cover mouth when sneezing or coughing, avoid unprotected contact with animals, thoroughly wash hands after contact, cook meat thoroughly before consumption. And be important to include antiviral foods in one's diet. More to this: keep your hands and fingers away from your mouth, eyes, and nose. Avoid crowded places. Avoid consumption of raw foods including raw meat, raw egg, and raw vegetables. And lastly, wear a mask wherever you can. In the aftermath of recent viral epidemics, scientists gained new insights into the processes that allow viruses to trigger deadly inflammatory responses while hijacking the body's cough reflex to infect new hosts. Understanding why you cough. Contrary to popular belief, coughing is not the body's primary mechanism for expelling phlegm from the body. Think about what happens when you take a cough expectorant. You stop coughing. And what happens to all of the mucus and phlegm in your chest that was making you so miserable? There is little reason to suggest that the coughing associated with an upper respiratory tract infection serves any use for the body. While a small amount of mucus may be expectorated, ejected through the mouth, in no way does coughing contribute to a significant clearing of the airways in normal subjects. If one looks at an extreme example of infective airway inflammation, such as community-acquired pneumonia, despite the sometimes extensive production of mucus and phlegm, the vast majority of material is removed by phagocytosis, a process wherein the body absorbs the mucus and phlegm from the respiratory system and sends it via the bloodstream to the liver and the kidneys to be cleaned up and excreted. So if coughing isn't an effective means of clearing our lungs when we're sick, what exactly causes us to cough so uncontrollably when we come down with a cold or flu? As it turns out, coughing is a highly sophisticated biological trick developed by viruses to help them to spread to new hosts. To understand how this works, it is important to note that while bacteria can reproduce by cell division, viruses are unable to reproduce on their own. To get around this, viruses have learned how to get their infected hosts to do the work for them. First, a microscopic viral particle has to gain entry into a healthy cell in a host. Once inside a cell, the virus hijacks the internal reproductive machinery and reprograms it with new instructions that force the cell to produce multiple copies of the original virus. Eventually the cell swells and releases millions of new copies of the original virus back into the host. And this is the point where the virus employs another clever trick to spread the newly hatched viral particles to a new host. It forces you to start coughing. How viruses hijack the human cough reflex. Research reveals that viruses take advantage of a basic biochemical mechanism to force their hosts to cough. Coughing is a powerful nervous reflex that is normally controlled by airway receptors that line the human respiratory system. These specialized receptors, called vanilloid receptors, react to pressure or chemical stimuli to trigger a cough. Large numbers of vanilloid receptors are found in the upper portion of the respiratory tract, especially at the top of the tract in the throat and larynx. As one moves down the respiratory tract and into the bronchial tubes, the number of these receptors steadily declines until, deep in the lungs, there are no more vanilloid receptors. In the process of infecting a new host, some of the viruses attach to the vanilloid receptors. Doing so stimulates the immune system and causes it to launch a defensive inflammatory response that results in coughing. By activating this immune response and triggering the cough reflex, the virus has effectively turned one of the body's primary defense systems into a highly efficient tool for spreading infection. Considering that a typical cough can propel millions of viral particles out of the body at close to the speed of sound, coughing is an impressively efficient method of spreading disease. Once an organism has successfully invaded the respiratory tract, its main problem for continued survival is how to spread to the next host. Some viruses do this by triggering inflammation and producing intense amounts of mucus to manually transmit themselves from person to person with infected secretions. However, the majority of viruses are required to transmit themselves in aerosolized droplets. In other words, coughing is a simple act of biochemical trickery that allows viruses to take over and control a basic human reflex to spread from a single host to many others. Right receptor, wrong place. If you've ever wondered why you catch a cold or flu while others around remain healthy, the fault may be with your receptors. As it turns out, the location and type of vanilloid receptors each person possesses plays a significant role in the development and outcome of a viral infection. While some people possess receptors that make them susceptible to certain strains of viruses, others don't. And even when people have the right receptors for a specific virus, if those receptors are located too far down in the respiratory tract, the viruses may not survive long enough to penetrate deep enough to cause harm. Wet cough is typically a symptom of a viral infection. You can use natural remedies to treat the symptoms of cough. Many of these remedies are also safe for infants and toddlers. A person can soothe symptoms and get rid of bothersome mucus using the following methods. Warm fluids. Hot beverages can provide immediate and sustained relief from a mucus buildup in the chest. Staying hydrated thins mucus, making it easier to expel by coughing. According to a 2008 study, hot beverages provide immediate and sustained relief from congestion and accompanying symptoms, such as sneezing, a nagging cough, a sore throat, and chills. A person can benefit from drinking broths, decaffeinated black or green tea, herbal teas, warm water, salt water. Gargling with a mixture of salt and warm water can remove phlegm and mucus from the back of the throat and ease symptoms. Add half a teaspoon of salt to a cup of warm water. Stir until the salt dissolves. Gargle with the mixture and allow it to sit in the back of the throat momentarily. Repeat several times a day as needed. 4. Honey. Honey is a popular home remedy, and research suggests that it has antiviral and antibacterial properties. A 2007 study tested the effects of buckwheat honey on upper respiratory tract infections in children. Parents consistently reported that honey provided the best relief from symptoms, compared with standard medication or no treatment. Foods and herbs. Foods most commonly used to alleviate coughs, colds, and a buildup of mucus include garlic, ginger, lemon, spices, such as ground cayenne and other types of chili pepper, Some research suggests that the following can help to treat respiratory viruses that may be responsible for excess mucus. Berries. Ginseng. Guava. Echinacea. Licorice root. Pomegranate. Zinc. People taking prescription medications should speak with a doctor before trying new supplements. Note: if you have traveled to an affected area recently, or in contact with someone who has, immediately report to a health facility and inform them regarding your travel history or maintain effective self-isolation at home and with others. Eating certain foods is not going to stave off coronavirus, but it may help you boost your immune system, which in turn could prepare your body to fight off the virus. From vitamin-packed fruits to the benefits of bone broth, here are the foods and ingredients that are believed to improve your body's natural defenses, as recommended by the experts. However, if you are in the risk factor, have an underlying illness or are concerned about your health, always speak to a medical professional before dramatically changing your diet. Vitamin A. Vitamin A maintains the structure of the cells in the skin, respiratory tract, and gut. This forms a barrier and is your body's first line of defense. If fighting infection was like a football game, vitamin A would be your forward line. We also need vitamin A to help make antibodies which neutralize the pathogens that cause infection. This is like assigning more of your team to target an opposition player who has the ball, to prevent them scoring. Vitamin A is found in oily fish, egg yolks, cheese, tofu, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. Further, vegetables contain beta-carotene, which your body can convert into vitamin A. Beta-carotene is found in leafy green vegetables and yellow and orange vegetables like pumpkin and carrots. B vitamins. B vitamins, particularly B6, B9 and B12, contribute to your body's first response once it has recognized a pathogen. They do this by influencing the production and activity of natural killer cells. Natural killer cells work by causing infected cells to implode, a process called apoptosis. At a football match, this role would be like security guards intercepting wayward spectators trying to run onto the field and disrupt play. B6 is found in cereals, legumes, green leafy vegetables, fruit, nuts, fish, chicken, and meat. B9, folate, is abundant in green leafy vegetables, legumes, nuts, and seeds and is added to commercial bread-making flour. B12, cyanocobalamin, is found in animal products, including eggs, meat and dairy, and also in fortified soy milk. 3. Vitamin C and E. When your body is fighting an infection, it experiences what's called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress leads to the production of free radicals which can pierce cell walls, causing the contents to leak into tissues and exacerbating inflammation. Vitamin C and vitamin E help protect cells from oxidative stress. Vitamin C is known as an ascorbic acid, is essential to boost the immune system, while lack of this vitamin can make a person more susceptible to disease and illness. Other foods rich in vitamin C include lemons, oranges, broccoli, bell peppers, limes, berries, kiwi fruit, broccoli, tomatoes and capsicum and papaya. Vitamin C also helps clean up this cellular mess by producing specialized cells to mount an immune response, including neutrophils, lymphocytes, and phagocytes. So the role of vitamin C here is a bit like cleaning up the football ground after the game. Vitamin E is found in nuts, green leafy vegetables and vegetables oils. Vitamin D. Some immune cells need vitamin D to help destroy pathogens that cause infection. Although sun exposure allows the body to produce vitamin D, food sources including eggs, fish and some milks and margarine brands may be fortified with vitamin D, meaning extra has been added. Most people need just a few minutes outdoors most days. People with vitamin D deficiency may need supplements. A review of 25 studies found vitamin D supplements can help protect against acute respiratory infections, particularly among people who are deficient. 5. Iron, zinc, selenium. We need iron, zinc, and selenium for immune cell growth, among other functions. Iron helps kill pathogens by increasing the number of free radicals that can destroy them. It also regulates enzyme reactions essential for immune cells to recognize and target pathogens. Whole grain foods contain a variety of important nutrients. Zinc helps maintain the integrity of the skin and mucous membranes. Zinc and selenium also act as an antioxidant, helping mop up some of the damage caused by oxidative stress. Iron is found in meat, chicken, and fish. Vegetarian sources include legumes, whole grains, and iron-fortified breakfast cereals. Zinc is found in oysters and other seafood, meat, chicken, dried beans, and nuts. Nuts, especially Brazil nuts, meat, cereals, and mushrooms are good food sources of selenium. These food nutrients can be got from foods like garlic. It is a powerful antiviral. It can be eaten raw, mashed, or can be added to soups. Mix chopped raw garlic with a tablespoon of unpasteurized, raw honey and consume a clove every day after 2 to 3 days. It's a fantastic way to boost your immune system. Star anise. The flower-shaped spice contains shikimic acid that is used as a base material for the production of Tamiflu, which is used for influenza virus. It is super powerful as an antiviral. Take star anise and boil it in water and add it to your teas like green tea or black tea. Thyme and clove tea. Research shows that both thyme and clove have antimicrobial properties. Either as essential oils or tinctures, they may help your body fight off an upper respiratory infection. Add fresh thyme and clove leaves to boiling water. Allow to boil for 10 minutes, then strain and serve. Ginger. Ginger is packed with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. A few cups of ginger tea per day may help soothe inflammation in your throat while keeping you hydrated. Ginger is a magical ingredient. The antioxidant is believed to fight off cold and flu symptoms, combat nausea, and is full of iron, zinc, calcium and magnesium. Take mashed ginger and star anise, and make a concoction by adding little raw, unpasteurized honey. I would recommend ginger for bacterial and viral infections such as colds, flu, chest infections, and sore throats. Coconut oil. You can cook your food in pure cold-pressed coconut oil or even have it raw. Lauric acid and caprylic acid present in it are essential for boosting the immune system against virals. Vitamin C-rich foods. Almost all citrus fruits are high in vitamins such as grapefruit, oranges, tangerines, lemon, limes, clementines, almonds, red peppers, yellow peppers. Vitamin C supplements are a must-have. Most people turn to vitamin C after they've caught a cold. That's because it helps build up your immune system. Vitamin C is thought to increase the production of white blood cells. These are key to fighting infections. Because your body doesn't produce or store it, you need daily vitamin C for continued health. Red bell peppers. Red bell peppers contain twice as much vitamin C as citrus. They're also a rich source of beta-carotene. Besides boosting your immune system, vitamin C may help maintain healthy skin. Beta-carotene helps keep your eyes and skin healthy. Resveratrol. Foods rich in resveratrol such as peanuts, pistachios, grapes, red, white wine, blueberries, cranberries, strawberries, and even cocoa and dark chocolate are helpful to fight fungal infection, ultraviolet radiation, stress, and injury. Also, a mix of parsley, rosemary, and spring onion together into a soup helps boost the immune system against cold, flu and virals. Antiviral herbs such as oregano, tulsi, dried thyme are great for immunity, and can be used in teas or curries for respiratory health, including mucus problems, which can become a breeding ground for bacteria and pathogens. Mix ginger, garlic along with a tablespoon of thyme, oregano, and make tea. Minerals like zinc and selenium should be included. They can be found in almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, unsalted cashew nuts and unsalted pistachios. All these dietary changes should also be coupled with good exercise and proper sleep. For more informative videos, please subscribe to the channel.